gonna do is we're gonna start on our mat. So lie down on your mat. Does everybody have a mat? Lie down on your mat. Hug your knees into your chest. Pick up your head or leave your head down. Lengthen your arms out alongside of you and start pumping your arms and pushing your legs away from you. Breathing, inhaling and exhaling, looking towards your abdominals. Keep pumping, keep moving. Somebody tell me you can hear me. Keep pumping and breathing and moving. Can you hear me, Lori?
Yes.
And I can hear me telling you to pump and move and breathe?
Yep, and that's what I'm doing.
Okay, I'm leaving your microphone on in case I have any trouble.
No. Okay.
Okay? Just don't talk, whatever, or talk. Okay, guys. Then from here, hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice hug and roll up to sitting. Sit on your mat, hold on to the backs of your legs, bend your knees, and start to curl back just onto your tail and into your lower back, squeezing your belly away from the top of your thighs. Hold on to the sides of your thighs, look towards your abdominals, and then pull yourself all the way up to sitting. Again, roll back, curl back, deepen your abs, squeeze your sits bones together underneath you, deepen, and sit all the way up. Do it again, same thing. Roll back, curl back, look towards your abdominals, and bring yourself back up. 2 more times. You roll back, curl back, scoop, hold, bring it back up. Last time, roll back, hold, stay here. Lengthen your right arm, lengthen your left arm, hold the arms out in front of you, squeeze your legs together, and curl up an inch, and roll back an inch. Just an inch. Curl up an inch, roll back an inch. Make sure you're squeezing your legs together. Make sure you're planting your feet into the mat like you've got glue on the bottom of your feet, and your shoulders are moving away from your ears. Your chest is open, and you're just using your abdominals to curl up and down. Stay here on the next one. So you're curled about halfway back. You hold it here. Lift your arms, lower your arms. Nothing else moves. Lift your arms, lower your arms. Again, lift your arms, eyes forward. As you lift your arms, lower your arms. Lift your arms, lower your arms. Lift, lower. Let's do 2 more like that. Lift your arms, lower your arms. Lift, lower, hold right here. Keep curling those abdominals back, 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 and into the pelvis, and then sit all the way up. Rest for a second. Perfect. Let's go back down again. So we'll go about halfway down. Hold it here. Squeeze your belly. Squeeze your belly away from your thighs. Take your arms out in front of you. Flip your palms to the ceiling or the sky. Lengthen your arms long and give me 10 bicep curls right here. So you're still curling back. You're squeezing your legs together. You're squeezing your belly, and you should feel your abdominals more than your arms. 2 more. 1 more. Hold the arms, bend them, lift them a little, lower them a little. Lift a little, lower. You should still feel your abdominals. Lift, lower, lift, and lower. You've got 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here, sit all the way up. Grab the backs of your legs, give yourself a little stretch. Get out of the abs a little just for a second. Give yourself a rest. So for the next one, we're going to lie all the way back down on the mat again. So roll yourself slowly all the way back down on the mat. Press your arms down on the mat. Lift your right leg to the ceiling. Make sure your right leg is straight. Stand on the ceiling. Take that leg, circle the leg to the left, around, and stop at the top. It goes to the left, around, and stop at the top. The circle doesn't have to be really big. What you want to be mindful of is that your left hip and your left leg are strong on the mat. And mostly the right leg is just moving in space. And you'll circle around and you'll stop at the top. You'll circle around, press your arms down, open your chest, hold, and we reverse the circle. We go out a little, around a lot. Keep digging the left heel into the mat as you lengthen the right leg to the sky. Circle, around and up. Circle, straight leg, flexed foot, or pointed toe, whatever feels better. Let's do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now leave that leg up there. Flex your foot, make it strong. Take your hand, grab the back of your thigh, pick your head up, look towards your abdominals, look towards your thigh maybe, lift the head, give it a stretch, soften your elbows, flex that foot, flex and point the foot for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, 1. Leave the leg up here so you have a couple of choices here. Take your hands, place them behind the nape of your neck. Keep the elbows wide. Keep that left leg on the mat and just lift your upper body and lower just a little bit. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, you can float the left leg off the mat a little bit. Squeeze the inner thighs toward one another while that left leg hovers in the air and keep moving. If not, the left leg stays on the floor. You keep doing little crunches toward that right leg. Keep breathing. Curl up, hold it here. Now, little tiny baby pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. Grab that leg. Give it one more stretch before you let it go all the way down. Rest. Same thing, other side. Left leg comes to the ceiling. Press the hands down to the mat. Open up the collarbones. Make sure your chin is not reaching back or too much forward. You want to be looking directly at the ceiling. Take that left leg, you circle it to the right, you come up, you stop at the top. Circle, come up and stop. So your right foot, right heel is now pressing into the mat. Your left leg is lengthening to the ceiling. The foot can be flexed or pointed, it doesn't matter. And your right hip is stabilized onto the mat, but your left hip can move a little more freely. I don't know what number we're at. Let's just do 3 more. 2, 1, and reverse. And around. Out a little, around a lot. 5 more, girls. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, one more time. Lengthen that leg up. Let it get nice and long. Take your hand, reach for the back of the leg. If it's available to you, pick your head up, look toward your leg. You could always keep your head down if you want and just give the leg a stretch. You don't even have to do the ab part, but I think you guys can all do it. Pick your head up, look toward your abdominals. Take your right leg, either float it up off the floor or leave it on the floor. Hands behind your head, you curl up a little and down a little. Up a little, down a little. So the whole time you're focusing on your abs, not so much your neck, and you're also focusing on trying to stretch that left leg nice and long. Take as much of the bent knee as you need, but try to straighten it a little bit more if you can. Hold it here and give me 10 little pulses. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. If your right foot is floating up off the floor, put it back on the floor. Grab the left leg, give it a stretch. Flex and point it a few times. And then flex it, grab it, stretch it, put your head down, put the leg down. Good for you. Take your feet, bring your knees into your chest, give them a hug. If it's available to lift your head up, hold on to your right knee, lengthen your left leg, lift your head up. If you want to keep your head down for these, you can too. It depends on your neck, guys. But if it's coming from the abs, you shouldn't feel anything in your neck. You pull that right knee towards your chest, and then you switch to the left knee. You pull and switch. You pull and switch. 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 And reach. One leg comes all the way in. The other leg goes all the way out. We've got 5 more. And switch. 4 more. Switch. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Both knees into your chest. Rest your head on the mat. Look towards your right over your right shoulder. Look towards your left over your left shoulder. Back to the center. Hug both knees in just the way you were doing before. Pick up your head. Now, hold on to the outside of your thighs. So widen your hands and squeeze your thighs together like you have a vice around your thighs. Look towards your abdominal and shoot your legs out. Don't let go of your thighs. Hug them together. Pull your knees back in. Shoot them out. Pull them in. Keep those legs glued together like a sandwich. Shoot them out and bring them in. Out and in. Out and in. Let's do 4 more. And 3. And 2. 1. Bend both knees in. Put your head on the mat. Rest for a moment. For the next one, legs go up in the air. Hands come underneath the hips. Your legs are going to be straight. Your head can be down or your head can be up. I'm going to pick my head up. Flex your feet. Lower one leg. Lift the other. Now the legs are straight. And switch. And switch. And switch. Switch. Scissor switch. Legs in the air. Nice and straight. You can always bring your hands behind the nape of your neck, or you can leave your hands under your hips, whatever feels better for you. Switch. You can even grab one leg, grab the other leg. Take one leg, take the other. Switch and switch, switch and switch. Both legs together, hands behind your head. Look toward your abdominals. Glue those legs together like a sandwich again. Squeeze the heels together. Soften the knees if you need to. Lower both legs down. And lift them up. Lower, lift. Don't lower the legs so much that you lose the connection with your core. I'm just looking at a wasp. I got stung by one the other day, so I'm all freaked out. Lengthen down and lift up. Lift and lower. For 4, 3, 2, last one, bend your knees, give yourself a hug, lower your head, look to the left, look to the right, back to center, pick up your head, look toward your abs, last one of this particular ab series. Hands behind the nape of the neck again. Lengthen your left leg all the way out. Twist your upper body to your right leg. In fact, take your right hand, put it on the outside of your right knee, push it towards you, and twist your left ribs towards your right knee. Not the elbow, but the ribs. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Take it to the other side. So now put your left hand on your left knee, twist to the left with the right ribs. Hold. 2, 3, and we switch. We go 10, over, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, keep going, 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees to your chest. Good. Rock your hips side to side just to roll out your spine a little bit. Good. Let's rock yourself up to sitting. So sit up. I'm going to face you actually for this one. And you're going to take your legs. No, I'm not. You're going to make your legs as wide as your mat. Sit up nice and tall and roll your hips back a little. Take that butt flush, move it out of the way so you're sitting tall. Arms come out in front of you. Hold the arms out in front of you. Sit up like there's a wall behind you and you're trying to sit against the wall. Now nod your chin to your chest and dive forward, pulling the abs back and the arms long. Reach your mat and just press the arms into the mat and press your arms forward as you pull your abdominals back and squeeze your butt to the mat. So it's a nice rounded spine with straight legs. You can always soften your knees if you need to and flex feet. And then roll yourself all the way up to sitting like you're sitting back up against that while you're stacking your spine. Do it again, chin over chest. Exhale as you roll forward, trying to press your forehead on the mat between your legs, pressing your fingers into the mat. Stretch, maybe you can touch the mat, bend your knees a little bit more so you have something to reach into. You want an oppositional stretch. You want to be pressing with the hands and pulling back at the abdominals. And then sit up, right into that invisible wall again. One more time, let's do it. Chin to chest, round forward. Press your hands into the mat, squeeze your belly back, squeeze your butt down, flex your feet so that all 10 toes are reaching towards your forehead, and then stack your spine up, bone by bone, sit up nice and tall. While I have you here with your hands, feel free to bend your knees a little bit more, but now we're sitting up straight. Let's keep the arms out in front of us and flip the palms toward the ceiling. Hold the palms out and then flip the palms down. Flip them up, flip them down, up, down, flip them, flip them, flip them, and flip them for 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold them here. Stretch the arms all the way up. You're still sitting up tall. Take your left wrist in your right hand and just stretch over. And then come on up and take your right wrist in your left hand, stretch it, come on over. Back to center, don't release the arms fully, bring your arms back out in front of you, turn your palms down toward the floor. Sitting up tall, you're still sitting tall. We're gonna open the arms out to the side and we're gonna circle for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and reverse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep your arms out by your side. Roll your shoulders down away from your ears. Flip your palms up, flip your palms down. Flip them up, flip them down. Up and down, up and down. Flip the palms up, flip the palms down. The arms stay the same height the whole time they're flipping up and down for 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the palms down on one and give me little lifts with the arms. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. One more set. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold those arms up. Can you keep holding the arms up, not let them go? Squeeze your legs together a little bit closer and twist. Twist, twist, twist. Press both butt cheeks into the floor. Make sure both legs are equal in length and then twist to the other side. Twist, twist, little spine twist here. Let's go the other way. You twist, 2, 3, up and over and twist, 2, 3, up and over and twist, 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 up and over, twist, 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 back to center. Bring the arms down, shake them out. Let's come onto our bellies. So come onto your belly on your mat. Good. Take your hands, place them underneath your forehead, and rest your forehead on your hands. I'm going to talk you through this one because I don't want my face to be down while I'm talking. So you're on your belly, your hand over hand, and your forehead is in your hands. Your elbows are wide out to the side. Your belly is tight, so you want to think that you have something underneath your belly button, like a little thumbtack. So you want to keep your thumbtack belly away from the mat, but keep pressing the front of the hip bones into the mat. Press the legs into the mat, maybe the knees squeeze up off the mat. So you should be one nice long line, elbows wide, head down, legs together. If you have a cranky lower back, you can separate your legs a little bit. Belly tight, hold it here, keeping your head attached to your hands. Lift your head, neck, shoulders, arms, elbows all together as one piece. And then squeeze the belly a little tighter, soften the shoulders away from the ears, lengthen your spine even longer to lower your head and your arms down. Do it again. Lift everything up, open up the elbows, squeeze the belly tight. If you want to lift your legs with you as well, you can do that. Or you can leave your feet on the floor and just squeeze your knees up off the mat. Lower everything down, lengthen. Let's do it again. I'll do it with you. We lengthen, we hold, we open the elbows, we lift the legs, or you keep the legs low. You squeeze the belly a little tighter, you hold it here. Now release your arms forward and your legs back and start to swim. Pumping your arms, pumping your legs on your belly, swimming in the water for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Lower everything down. Sit back on your heels, stretch your arms forward, and press your head down. Take a child's rest pose. Just for a moment. I'm going to do a little technical here. So you're in your child's rest pose, which means your knees are as wide as your mat. Your arms are stretched out in front of you, and your big toes touch. And maybe you can pull your belly up off the mat a little bit and create a little bit more space in your spine. Nice. From here, come all the way back. Come back onto your seat. Roll yourself back on your back. Bend your knees so you're in a shoulder bridge position. So my knees are on the mat. My legs are together. My hands are on the mat. My back is on the mat. My eyes are looking at the ceiling. My chin is out of my chest. I'm reaching long through the crown of my head and pressing down into my feet. To lift my hips up off the mat into a shoulder bridge. Feel like you can't see me real well. Shoulder bridge, legs together, got it? Good. Keep pressing the arms down. Try not to move your head in this position, but squeeze your belly and slowly melt down upper back, middle back, lower back, and seat. Do it again. Press down with the arms, lift up with the hips, squeeze the legs toward one another, squeeze the belly a little bit tighter. Maybe you could roll your shoulders under you a little bit more. Lift the hips high, a little higher, press into the feet a little more. Take the chin out of your chest as you roll the spine down. You create more length in the back body and stretch out those lower back muscles we've been sitting and compressing for 2 months. Press into your feet, lift the hips again, hold the hips up this time. Get the hips a little bit higher. Pull your right knee into your chest, send your right leg to the ceiling. Hips are up, flex your right foot, lift your hips a little, lower your hips a little. Lift, lower. Lift, try to keep those hip points evenly pointing up. Equal amount of body weight in the outside of the left foot and on the inside of the left foot. So you're using the whole left foot and the left thigh to stabilize. Lift the hips, keep them here, keep the leg up, point the toe, reach the leg forward and reach it back. Reach it forward, hips are still up. If you have to put your hips down, put them down. You can still do the exercise. And up, forward, up. Let's do 2 more. Lift. 1 more, you lift, you keep the hips up, you squeeze the belly, and then you bend the right knee, put the right foot on the floor, roll your hips down to the mat. Take a breath, press into the right foot, get that right foot strong, pick up the hips, pull the left knee into the chest, lift the left leg to the ceiling. Keep both hip points up, equal, flex your foot, you lower the hips a little, you lift. Now the right thigh is your stabilizer. Your belly is nice and tight. You're pressing into that right foot. Even press the right pinky toe down if you can. Lift, lift, lift. Hold it up here, point the toe, kick the leg forward for 6 and up. 5, up, 4, up, 3, 2, 1. Lift it up, hold it here, bend the knee. Place the foot down, lift both hips up a little higher, squeeze your belly a little tighter, give me 10 little tucks up toward the ceiling. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold here, squeeze, lower down with control, bone by bone. Nice. Take your legs to the ceiling. Take your arms to the ceiling. Pick your head up and roll all the way up. That's it. Come onto your side, we'll do a little side leg work. Let me flip this over here. Good. Don't know if you're gonna be able to see me, but I want you to rest on your right forearm or your left forearm. You're on one side of your body. Your abs are engaged, your shoulders again away from your ears. Bring your left arm or your right arm forward for a little support. Lift your outside leg or your up the leg that's on top. Lengthen it out of the hip. Let me come back a little bit. And you're just gonna lift that leg and lower it. Lift it. It maybe is only about a little bit higher than hip height, maybe an inch higher than hip height. And lift it and lower it. Lift it, lower it, lift it, and lower it. Two more. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Lift it, hold it about hip height, and circle for 10, 9, 8. Shoulder over shoulder, hip over hip. 4, 3, 2. Circle the opposite direction for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold. Keep that leg hovering over the bottom leg. Lengthen it even longer. Feel like that hip socket is lengthening and the leg is coming out of it. Turn your toes to the sky. Point your toe. Lift the leg all the way up like a Jane Fonda leg. Flex the foot. Bring it down. Point and lift. Flex. Bring it down. Point and lift. Flex. Bring it down. Point. Bring it down. 5 more, girls. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up here. Point the toe. Circle the leg big. 4, 3. Big circle. 2. Open the hip as you circle around. Close it as you come down. 1 and reverse. Out, down, around, and up. 2 down, around, and up. 3 down, around, and up. 1 more. 4 down, around, up. Grab that leg. Give it a stretch. Flex the foot. Point the toe. Flex the foot. Point the toe. Flex it. Point it. Flex it. Hold it. 1 more big stretch. And then lengthen the leg down. Turn onto your belly. Put your head back in your hands. Keep your head down on the mat. Squeeze your legs up off the floor and beat your heels together. So you're on your belly, you're squeezing your legs together and you're beating your heels together for 10, 9, 8. Squeeze those knees up off the floor. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Flip yourself over to the other side for the other leg. So you'll lengthen onto your side body. Whoop. Lift your right leg or your opposite leg, whatever leg you didn't work before. The hand comes in front of you for support. Shoulder over shoulder, hip over hip. Lengthen that leg out of its socket. You hold it here. You lift it a little. You lower it a little. Flex the foot or point the toe. I don't care what you do with it, but even when you're on your side body, imagine you're standing up and your posture is tall. It's the same posture, whether you're lying on your back, your side, or standing up. You want to feel like if you had a stand like this, you could. Hold that leg up there on the next one, little circles for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, reverse. 10, 9, 8, 7, squeeze your belly. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold that leg there. Lengthen it longer. Make it even longer. Make this whole side body long. Turn the toes to the sky, point them, lift the leg up, flex the foot, bring it down. Lift, flex and bring it down. Lift, bring it down. And lengthen, lengthen, and lower. Lengthen. 4 more, guys. 4, 3, 2. Catch that leg in the air. Give it a stretch. Circles. Circle for 4. One direction. The biggest circles you can make without wobbling your body all around. Just let that hip circle in its socket and reverse the circles for 4, 3, 2. Then lift the leg up. Then grab it. Gave you an extra little stretch there. Stretch it. Hold it. Shoulders. Keep your shoulder placement Nice long away from your ears, long neck, long leg, stretch it. Good. Rock it all the way up to sitting. Normally I would give you a little hip stretch, but I think our time is not going to let me do that. So I think we're just going to go right into the next teasers. So back into those abs a little bit. Sit in the center of your mat. And just like we did at the very beginning of the class where we found our round back, you're going to find that round back again. So you roll the pelvis, roll into the pelvis, squeeze the belly tight, relax your shoulders, lift one leg up off the floor. Hold it here, reach your arms forward. So the opposite knee is bent. This leg is long. I don't know what I did to myself that you can't see me anymore, but udon. One leg is here. The other knee is bent. You're going to reach your arms forward. You're going to curl back halfway and curl yourself back up. Curl back halfway, curl yourself back up. So one knee is bent on the floor. One leg is in the air in front of you, and you're just curling back and forth with the upper body. Hold it up there. One knee is bent. Here I go. One leg is up. Hold it up nice and tall. Lift through the chest, but curl back more on the waistline, and then put that leg on the floor. Sit up nice and tall. Lengthen the other leg. Curl halfway back. We lift up, and we lower. Lift up, lower. Lift your core. Chest is proud. The ribs here are nice and long, but you're in your pelvis. You should feel it deep into the base of your abs. Curl back, lift up, hold. Keep it here. Can you hold on? Bring both legs in the air. You bend both knees and lift your chest a little bit more, but roll into your pelvis a little bit more. Squeeze your belly nice and tight. Keep the chest proud. Maybe you can lengthen one arm. Maybe you can lengthen the other arm. Maybe you leave one hand behind the legs. If it starts to get into your hip flexors, bend the knees a little bit more. If you're okay, lengthen the legs a little bit more. Lift the chest a little higher. Reach the arms forward. Lift the arms up. Lower the arms. Lift, lower. Squeeze those inner heels together. Lift, lower, lift, lower, hold, lower the legs. Lift the legs, lower the legs, lift the legs, lower the legs, lift the legs. One more time. Hold everything in place for 4, for 3, for 2, and bring yourself forward on 1. Good job, guys. Bring the soles of your feet together. Bring your hands in front of you and just release your back, head, neck, shoulders. Let your head fall down toward your ankle bones, and you should feel a nice little stretch in the lower back. Before this cuts us off, which we still have a few minutes, I just want to know, I'm not going to be here next week because I have my daughter's online graduation, but somebody will be. Valerie wanted me to tell you that. Anyway, after our teasers, let's do a quick little side body stretch. So turn facing one side, bend both knees, put them on the mat. Bring your hand to your ankle so my feet are together, but they're on the mat, just like that. And I'm just going to stretch up. Little mermaid stretch. Reaching my right arm or your left arm, whatever direction you're facing, toward my right ear. Taking a nice side body stretch. Then I'm going to stretch my arms out and bring it the opposite way. One hand comes down to the mat. Maybe it comes away from me a little bit. And I stretch the whole length of the opposite side of my body. And then I bring it up and I take it the other way. And I open. And I bring it this way. Bring it up. One more time. Up and float the arms out. Bring the knees around to the other side. Press the opposite arm down and stretch. Then open the arms. Bring the hand to the ankles and stretch the opposite way. Open the arms. Take it over. Open the arms. One more time. We reach up and over. And we reach up. Last time. Over. Good. From here, we're going to go into a little bit of standing. So you're going to bring yourself to all fours. Lift your hips up, take a little downward facing dog stretch. Bend your right knee, press your left heel down to the mat. Let your head be heavy and long. Shake your head out a little bit, don't hold it in the neck. And then switch. Bend your left knee, press your right heel down. And then bend both knees, send your hips back and send your front ribs toward the top of your thighs. Let your head relax. And when you can, start to walk your hands back to your feet. Hang for a second, soften the knees, separate the knees, and then bone by bone, roll up with control. Good. From here, we're just going to do a little planking to end. So if you guys don't like to plank, you can stay on all fours and modify. Lifting my arms up over my head, I'm going to reach up toward the sky, take a big, big stretch. From here, I'm going to float myself down to the mat. Now, once I get to the mat, bend your knees enough so that your hands can come to the floor. Then I take 4 steps with my hands, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm in a plank. I'm in my plank, my hands are under my shoulders, my legs are squeezing together, and I'm going to rock forward and back on my toes. 5 more. Really try to get a stretch through the back of the legs when you do this. I like to really squeeze my legs together too. Gives me a little more energy to use my core. Bring the heels over your toes. Squeeze the legs together. Squeeze the hands into the mat. Really work those arms. Squeeze the belly, the legs, and walk your hands back. 3 and 4. Bend your knees enough. Take a breath so you don't get dizzy. And roll up, bone by bone, with control. We're going down again, guys. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you have to bend them to walk your hands out. 3, 4. Once you're here, find your plank. Take a Pilates push-up, which is simply bending your elbows toward your side ribs and bringing yourself back up. If this is not available to you, just hold your plank. If you could do a Pilates push-up, you bend your elbows, bend, hold, find your plank, squeeze your belly, lift your hips, walk your hands back to your feet, let your head hang, take a breath, soften your knees, roll up, bone by bone. Stretch your arms up over your head. One more time, exhale down. Walk your hands out. Find your plank, hold your plank, lift your hips, lower your hips. Lift your hips, lower your hips. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Now push back, pull in, push back, pull in, push back, pull in, one of each. Here we go. We lift, lower, push back, pull in, lift, lower, back, in, lift, lower, back, in, lift, lower, back. Last time, you lift, you plank, you're back, you hold, squeeze those arms, walk it back, soften your knees, lower your head, round yourself up, bone by bone. Bring your arms up over your head. Exhale, bring your arms to your side. Stay here. Take a moment. So squeeze your heels together and your toes apart. Press your arms down by your side. Press the arms back behind you and look over your right shoulder. Take a breath. Stretch the left side of your neck. Look over your left shoulder as you press your arms back and breathe. Back to center. Release your arms forward. One more time. Press the arms back. Maybe you stand off your heels into a releve. Look over your left shoulder. Come back. Look over your right shoulder. Back to center. Release your arms forward. Press your arms back, stand tall. Now everybody tries a releve just for a little ending balance. You squeeze your heels up off the floor. You press your arms behind you. You lengthen. You lift through the crown of the head. You lift those heels super high if you can. Lower the heels. One more time. Releve, lift the heels. Stretch those toes. Lower, hold it here. Take your right knee, pull it into your chest. Lift your spine, look forward. Woo, I'm falling, I'm going. Round the ankle. Bring it down. Find balance. Maybe you need to grab onto a chair, a sofa. Circle. Circle. Find your balance. Stand up tall. Widen your collarbones. Try not to sink into the hip that you're standing on. Maybe you could think about squeezing your legs a little closer together. Bring that foot down. Inhale, big deep breath over the head. Reach back, look back. Try to press your hips forward just a little bit and stretch those front ribs. Take a little baby back bend here, not too much of a back bend, just enough to give you some energy to get through your day. Open your arms all the way out. And do it again. Inhale, reach back, look back. Press those hips forward. Squeeze the heels together. Maybe you soften your knees a little bit if you need to. And come on up. Lower the arms. Last time. Inhale. Look back. Reach back. Press the hips forward. Open the chest. Open the arms a little bit. And come on back to center. Bring the arms down by your side. Find your breath, turn your palms forward. Close your eyes. Inhale through your nose. Hold the breath there for a second before you exhale. Again, keeping the eyes closed, take a big inhale through your nose. Exhale the air out of your lungs. One more time, deep cleansing, relaxing breath. You want to feel energized, but not so tired that you can't do anything for the rest of the day. So a little bit like you worked, but a lot of energy. And I think that concludes us for the day, guys. I can't hear you.